I see everyone using their phone in the wrong way at the gym. You see them scrolling, wasting time, listening to voice messages, maybe even playing sometimes. And that's the biggest fucking mistake. Instead, you could be using your phone to actually use this specific application to multiply your gains and have a structure and be guaranteeing that you're getting out of the gym and your results will come along. Okay, not just like winging it, hoping for results is gonna be guaranteed. So I'm gonna leave you with a video where I just go over a board explaining exactly what I'm talking about. This neglected application in your phone will literally get you jacked as fuck. Okay, when I started first implementing this, I've seen way more growth than I was actually seeing, because it's so simple yet so fucking helpful. But before I actually tell you what this application is, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought why 95% of people only look slightly different even after months of training? Okay, you see them going to the gym for months and months and months, and then you just see them later and they are still in the same position or like even slightly better. Or maybe that's even you. Have you ever questioned yourself, why is that happening to you? Is it your body type? Is it your genetics? Or maybe it's a lack of external factors, just like taking some supplements, you need creatine, you need protein powder, or any of these. Let me tell you that it's none of that bullshit. Okay, the only factor right here is something called progressive overload. Before you scuttle off and say, what the fuck is this? You know, I know about it, I don't have to learn more. Let me actually break it down to you and tell you exactly why it's so important and the scientific studies behind it, what it actually does to your body and how it's so fucking helpful, and why you should start applying it from tomorrow. Okay, so I want to explain it to you in the layman's scientific definition, which is very easy to understand. Okay, muscles adapt to stress. If you don't increase stress, there's no growth. Okay, let me explain the equation for you. So when you just go to the gym, you put constant stress on your muscles, you break down muscle fibers. Okay, and then your body is so smart. It says, oh, we just broke muscle fibers today and I have to recover more and faster, and like in a way that I grow those muscle fibers and my muscles get bigger. So the next time we train with the same weight, I don't have muscle fibers broken down, so there's no stress, there's no tiredness of the muscle, so it's gonna be all good. Okay, that's the whole equation for your muscle and for the muscle growth. Okay, and you gotta be smarter than your body. So like when your body gets bigger and stronger, when your muscle gets bigger and stronger, you have to constantly be putting more stress on it every single session. So you repeat the same cycle of your body thinking that, oh, the next workout, we're gonna be able to handle this weight. Okay, and the next workout you increase the weight again, you increase the stress again, and like that cycle keeps repeating, and that's why you keep growing. Okay, I want to show you a graph about that, explaining what do I basically mean. So let's say we train today. Okay, we are training, we put so much stress on the muscle, it goes down, and after that comes the recovery and adaptation cycle. It goes up to the baseline right here, and after that we also put constant pressure on the muscle. We just don't go down again, and then recovery and adaptation, it goes down, it goes up to the baseline, and rinse and repeat. Let's take this scenario for an example. Okay, let's say we put stress right here, we go down, and recovery and adaptation, we go up. And let's say we put the same amount of stress that we put right here, which is on this level. Okay, let's say we put the same amount of stress. It's gonna definitely go down like every time, and it's gonna go up only where it was. Why? Because the stress level was here, so we just can't take it right here. Okay, so like even if it went up right here, it's gonna be in the same position. While if you just put stress slightly that's above the stress that we used to do, it's gonna go down and then go up again to the higher baseline. That's the whole point of it. That's why you should be constantly putting pressure under your muscles, a pressure that's higher. I'm gonna show you exactly how, and this is just simplified. Okay, there's so many types of progressive overload. It's either adding weight, adding reps, or improving form or tempo, or shortening your rest time strategically. Okay, the last one I don't even advise you going with that. But adding weight, you just, let's say you're doing 10 kilograms, you do 12.5 kilograms, 15 kilograms, and reps, let's say you're doing 6 to 7 reps, you go with 8 to 9 reps. Improving form or tempo, if you are swinging the weight, just improve the form. Tempo is the time you are just going in the negative, like you could just increase that time, and that's also sort of progressive overload. So it's not just about adding weight or reps, you could do it in many other shapes or forms. And the major mistakes people fall into when trying to progressive overload is adding weight too fast and losing form.
and ignoring recovery and nutrition. So I want to talk about adding weight too fast and losing form. So if you were doing, let's say, bench press with 60 kilograms, okay, for 8 reps, let's say, and the next week you put 70 kilograms and you are still doing 8 reps, like how the fuck is that possible? But if you look at your form, you're weighing the weight, you're just doing half-ass reps, you're not going for the reps at its fullest, and you're just like, your form sucks, your tempo sucks, you are not doing it, you are not keeping your muscles under the same tension, time under tension as it was the last workout. This is not called progressive overload. Okay, progressive overload is doing the same range of motion, the same time under tension, the same form, the same everything, but increasing the weight or reps. That's progressive overload. Even if you're doing 70 kilograms, you're not doing progressive overload. Okay, maybe doing 60 kilograms with those 8 reps that are just controlled, better range of motion, slower tempo is way better than actually doing the 70 kgs, even though it's logically more weight. Okay, so the bridge to tracking. I'm just gonna go show you exactly how I do it and how you can do it starting from your next workout. So most people don't even track their weights or reps. I've never seen anyone at the gym just going, picking up their phones and like, yeah, I did bench press today, 100 kilograms, 6 reps, 2 sets. They close their. I've never seen anyone doing this. I swear, in all of the gyms I've been through, I've never seen anyone just doing this. Even if you just see big guys who are just doing this, like big guys who just have good physiques and stuff, the fact that they have good physiques isn't because they were applying this. It's because maybe they are applying this, but they are not even aware of it. Okay, like they are constantly adding weights without them being aware of it, or it's because of the factor of time. Like constantly after 3 to 4 years, you're gonna be seeing results. But if you do this, you're gonna be seeing the results in 4 years in like 2 years. You know, you could just have the time or even triple it. Okay, so like instead of 4 years, maybe 1.5 years. Okay, so this closes the window of time it's actually needed to see the results that you want. So even if you're seeing results right now, just like I'm doing, okay, so me doing that is gonna guarantee seeing way more results, because you can't progressively overload if you don't even know what you did last week. Don't try to convince me telling me, oh man, I'm just gonna remember the weights I did last week. Okay, like, you know, like I don't have to write them down. I can still remember the exercises, the weights. You fucking can't. You can't. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. If you did push on Monday, okay, you did push on Monday, you're gonna do pull on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, and then let's say you rest on Thursday, then you do upper on Friday, then you do lower on Saturday, then you rest on Sunday. Are you gonna actually remember what you did like 5 days down the road? You've passed around tens of workouts, tens of exercises, tens of different weights. How the fuck are you gonna remember? It's impossible. Even if you do, you're not gonna be so accurate. So the best way to do this is with your notes, okay? Because overhyped fitness applications are cluttered and people quit them fast. I'm telling you, it just seems fancy. I'm gonna download this application, I'm gonna start doing this, start doing that, but you're gonna quit that most of the time because it's just something fancy. Okay, stick to simple and basic things, which is your notes app. It's always in your pocket. There's no excuses on why you can't use it, or like, you know, there's no Wi-Fi or whatever that is. Minimal, so you could actually use it, and it's so simple. I want to show you a picture of how I do it, and I want to also show you by my hand how I literally do it. Okay, so this is my push session. For shoulders, I do lateral raises with dumbbells, 12.5 kilograms, 6 reps for 4 sets. Okay, and then I do machine press, 10 plates, okay, on the machine, 10 plates, 6 reps for 3 sets, and then I do reverse pec deck, 42 kilograms on the plates, okay, and 8 reps and 3 sets. The biceps are the same thing, preacher curls, 15 kilograms, 3 sets, 8 reps, incline dumbbell curls, 2 sets, 12.5 kgs, 8 reps. It's kind of like messy, but I understand on myself. Hammer curls, dumbbells, 15 kilograms, 7 reps, 2 sets. Okay, and the chest, pectoral, 110 grams, 8 reps, 3 sets, and vice versa. It's just keep going. I want to just show you how I could just do it in front of you. So let's say we have leg day. Okay, leg day. Okay, ignore my handwriting, but let's say I start with leg extensions. I'm gonna abbreviate that. Let's say I start with leg extension. So let's say I did 80 kilograms 80 kilograms. Okay, for let's say 6 reps. Boom, boom, boom. And 8. What 8? Let me delete this. For 3 sets. Let's say I did this, okay? And after that, I also did hamstring curls, laying hamstring curls. Let's say I did 40 kilograms. I'm just throwing random weights. 40 kilograms. For 8 reps and 2 sets. Okay, let's take this for example. I don't want to just continue the whole of it because it's gonna take forever. So okay, now today I finished my leg day. I did 80 kilograms for 6 reps, 3 sets. Okay, now what I want to do the very first next week when I do leg day also, I have 2 options. I either increase the weight or increase the reps. Okay, but because I'm doing the 6 reps, I can't increase the weight, because if I increase the weight, I'm gonna be doing around 3 to 4 reps, which is not optimal, not the best for hypertrophy. So I wanna do around 7 or 8 reps. So I wanna slightly increase my reps by 1 to 2. Even 1 rep counts. Okay, so like if you think 1 rep isn't gonna do anything, it's gonna do. So you wanna increase your reps, and you wanna keep constantly increasing your reps. So like that's next session you did 7 reps. The next session you wanna do, the next session you wanna do 8. Gradually until you reach 9 or 10 reps. Okay, after that, when you reach 9 or 10 reps, you just increase the weight. Okay, the weight that's right here, you just increase it. You do, let's say 82.5 or 85. Then you start doing 6 reps again. Okay, and you just keep gradually doing the same thing every single session. That's the whole point of it, increasing the weight or reps. This is progressive overload in its simplest forms. Okay, now it doesn't just goes beyond the gym, it literally goes way beyond than that. So it has lifestyle and benefits. Tracking makes you intentional. You're not just wasting time in the gym. It actually gives you structure, that you're doing something that's structured, you know what you're doing, and it's guaranteed. It forces you to level up every single week, which means there's compounding growth. Okay, so you're forcing yourself to level up, even if not every single week, every single 1 to 3 weeks. Okay, saves you from junk progress, years wasted in the maintenance mode. So if you're still good, like let's say, I'm gonna ask you this: if you're doing 60 kilograms for bench press for 6 reps, you've been doing this for, let's say, more commonly for 12 reps, just like everyone does, for the past 6 months, or like for the next 6 months, where do you expect your chest is gonna be? Definitely in the same place. Why? Because there's no constant stress. If you didn't understand that concept, go back to the video where I was talking about this, and you're gonna know what I'm talking about. And it's accessible and consistent. Now I want to recap everything I said. Progressive overload is the law of muscle growth. No progressive overload, there's no muscle growth. Tracking is the only way to apply it consistently. Don't tell me I'm gonna remember, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna remember, I have a strong brain, a strong memory, I'm gonna remember. You fucking don't. The notes application is the simplest tool you'll ever need. Yes, you could just get fancy, but why do you want to do that? And if you just don't know how many reps, how many sets, what exercise you should be doing, you don't just have a structure that's guaranteed, you don't know anything about it, and you want to finally log in, I want to show you the transformations of my clients. Okay, this is one of my clients who did this in a month. This is also one of my clients. Okay, he's 15 years old. If he was able to do it, then you can too. This is one of my clients who's an entrepreneur. Okay, he works on a business, he works with millionaires, and he was able to do it. So these guys were also in their same situation. They were just actually winging it. They were not knowing exactly what to do. They were just going to the gym and don't have a specific structure. So if you want me to help you out with that, build you a workout plan, a nutrition plan, just even help you with your mindset and accountability, because I just go way beyond than muscle building. It goes with your mindset, changing your whole life. You can just book down a call with me. In the description I have a link. You can book a call with me and see if you qualify for my one-on-one coaching, and we're gonna see where it goes from there. So if that's something that interests you and you want to take your physique to the next level in the next 180 days, you just book a call down. We're gonna see you inside.